father. You were never there, so don't bother. Why couldn't you care like most others? Now all I had was my mother and my brothers. You weren't really there for me, but I guess that you tried to be. If you ever said that you loved me, I would think you lied to me. Because when I was little, you were never really there. So deep inside, I always thought that you never really cared. I see you whenever we go and visit the family back home. You show up randomly as if you've been waiting so long. And the feeling was so awkward, never know what to say. You probably wanted me to do something, but I didn't want to play. I wanted to sit down and actually get to know my sister, so they can look at me as the brother and not Mr. My last memory with you was when I was younger, 10, and back then I didn't know I'd never see you again. The last time we visited, I think I was only 8. You drove by and picked me up in the middle of the day, then took me back to your house. Though I didn't want to go, I didn't say this out loud, I didn't want you to know. Drove up to your house past the thugs and the drugs. My sisters in the front didn't know who I was. Went inside where it was dark and filled with smoke. Gave me your popsicle, but I thought I was gonna choke. My memory just sorta gets blurry from there. Then I received some horrible news last year. Heard my mom's voice calling me from upstairs. Looked at her face, which had already shed a few tears. She said, son, I don't know how you're gonna take it. Whatever she was thinking, I could tell she couldn't shake it. She looked at me and said, your father has just died. Then I turned and I went downstairs and cried, but not for too long, because for some reason I couldn't. Cause feeling pain for you, man, is something my heart wouldn't let me do. Even though I guess I sorta miss you. Don't think I put these words in here intentionally. This shit, I just put all this together with little time spent on. Wanted to tell you how I felt about what went on. So I wrote all this down in a sad, sad song, but I wanted to say it in person, and now you're gone. Don't try and act like a father, when you were never there, so don't bother. Why didn't you care like most others? All I had was my mother and my brothers. Don't try and act like a father, when you were never there, so don't bother. Why didn't you care like most others? All I had was my mother and my brothers. Why weren't you there when I needed you? When you were my all and all I did was believe in you. You showed me things that I thought I'd never see in you, and in the end I regret how I ever treated you. Time after time I watch you sit there in your own world, acting like you didn't care. It was like looking at my future self in the mirror, but following in your footsteps blindly led to nowhere. So the question is, did you ever care? But now I'm by myself raising money for my family, just hoping one day that eventually you'll be there for them like you never were for me. You showed them how a real father is supposed to be, cause supposedly you didn't know a thing, and now the moment you wish you were close to me. I realize now that to you it's a tragedy, but only if you could have seen that when we were happily together having fun. You could have seen what you meant to me. Now it's all just sentimentally posted in my memory. Now it's all just sentimentally posted in my memory.
Now it's all just sentimentally posted in my memory.
Don't try and act like a father, when you were never there, so don't bother. Why didn't you care like most others? All I had was my mother and my brothers. Don't try and act like a father, when you were never there, so don't bother. Why didn't you care like most others? All I had was my mother and my brothers.